everyone, it is that time again. It is time for One Piece chapter 1053, New Emperors. And oh man, this chapter is crazy. We get some info, we get some things answered, and unfortunately though, after this chapter, we have to wait a whole month till the next chapter drops. We have to wait until July 24th for the official chapter to drop. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what comes after this. But for now, let's get into One Piece chapter 1053, New Emperors. We start off in a hectic way at Mary Joie with the 5 Elder Stars going crazy because the pictures that have been released of Luffy and his new bounty, and they're just like going crazy over there. He's like, what is this picture doing here? We never had the opportunity to approve this, and I'm certain I told you to remove the D off the name. And the Marine is just like, I never heard that, sir. And the photograph came straight from Guernica of CP0. That might be the guy that survived, the only CP0 guy that survived, so I'm pretty sure. And the Elder Star is just like, reprint them now. Do not let these go out into the world. And the Marine guys, but we can't get in touch with the printing factory. So yeah, there's a whole mess going out. There's a whole mess happening. And then they show the boy Big News Morgan. And he's just laughing. He's just like, just look at that mystical form. Carry these far and wide, folks. The last message sent out by Cypher Pole after they vanished in Wano was, it's Big Mom's ship. I won't let them manipulate this narrative. At moments like these, when the world is in flux, the straight facts are the most fascinating news there is. So it was Big News Morgan's. He's the one just not listening. He doesn't care. And so apparently the people that we saw in the last chapter talking to the CP0 agent, the one that was talking to them, was apparently stopped and attacked by the Big Mom ship. So now we've confirmed who it was. And around the world there's being shown the news that both Kaido and Big Mom were defeated in one night. And the 3 pirates were captains of their own ships. They were Monkey D. Luffy, Eustace Captain Kidd, and Trafalgar D. Waterlaw. And then we get their bounties. And they're at an astonishing 3 billion. They're 3 billion each. I wonder why they're not higher. Maybe, I think it's the government didn't want them to be higher because of all the chaos that's going around the world. So yeah, 3 billion each. You know, after defeating 2 emperors, you know, you think you'd probably get a higher bounty, but they probably didn't want that, so they just put them each at 3 billion. But we get Kids Wanted poster, Law's poster, and then we get a new picture for Luffy, and he's in his Sun God Nika Gear 5 form. You don't really see his face. You kind of do, but you'll see it on screen. It's a picture of him holding his face laughing, and then it was described by Yamato that he's all white. So in the pictures I'll put on here, they'll show it in full color. But yeah, he's in his Sun God Nika Gear 5 form. So it's crazy that it was printed out, and Big News Morgan's was just like, just look at that mystical form. But the Goro say the 5 Elder Stars don't want that to get leaked, and well, it's out into the world now. Then we get out into the Flower Capital where they're having an enormous party, a banquet. See Luffy, Yamato, Chopper, and everyone just celebrating. Looks pretty cool. It's just like they're finally having their big banquet, that what they've wanted since before the raid. See everyone partying. We see Iburuka, we see Hiyori, but then we get a curious scene. We see Tengu talking to Nico Robin beneath the capital, and we get something confirmed here, something very interesting, but a lot of people figured it out, but here it's finally confirmed. Tengu says, I was in prison here for several years, you see. And Robin says, imprisoned? Who are you? I thought you were a blacksmith. And he says, I had some skills at forging katana, but it was only for fun. Ruling can be so tiring. And then he takes off his mask, and like I've said before and so many others have said, my name is Kozuki Sukiyaki, the father of Kozuki Oden, the former shogun of Wano. He is finally revealed. Yeah, a lot of people predicted this, and so did I. It's crazy. He was in prison there, and when he finally escaped, his son had died, and Wano was changed immensely. Like, it was just destroyed by Orochi and Kaido. An interesting fact is that after Oden died, he was the only one who knew how to do the poneglyph writing. So maybe now Sukiyaki can teach Momo. He can teach him the ancient writing and actually pass on the tradition. It's pretty cool. But he says he has no intention of telling him, but he thinks that the vassal already know that he's alive. But we'll see. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait a month and probably more to see if they actually know or if he actually interacts with Momonosuke. And then after all these years, the information about the poneglyph in Alabasta is finally revealed. It is said that the poneglyph in Alabasta said that the ancient weapon Pluton is here in the land of Wano. And Sukiyaki confirms that it is indeed here in the land of Wano. Finally get what the poneglyph in Alabasta said. Then we get some crazy scenes. We see the beast pirates are in udon and stuff all getting their life sucked out of them. Their souls are being drained out of them by your boy Green Bull. We see that he has I guess like a plant devil fruit. Like he's just sucking their souls out of them. And then he see King and Queen. Like I honestly thought King would like escape, but no, he's trapped and his soul is being drained out of him. It's crazy. I was hoping that we would get a King scene talking to Luffy like later on. I mean, we still probably could, but because King was waiting for a Joy Boy, and then we see Queen being drained. Like he's getting skinnier, even though he said that he would be too popular if he got thinner. He says, I'm supposed to be the guy who stays around. But yeah, it's crazy. He's just like sucking their soul out of them. And then Green Bull says, I warned you not to test me, didn't I? A guy in my position can't go around getting beat by pirate subordinates. The Navy doesn't have any spare manpower to send around performing cleanup, and you're just who I thought you were. So I'm assuming that probably King and Queen tried to fight him, but they were like too weak, is what I got from that. I'm not too sure, but then we finally got to see what he looks like, and this is one of the coolest. I don't know what it is, but his design just looks cool as hell to me. He's like I don't know, like a 80s like action star kind of vibe to me. I don't know. I don't know how to put it, but his tattoo says double suicide at Death River, and his design just looks pretty awesome. Like I can't wait to see like what his actual devil fruit is and what other stuff we can do. But it just crazy. Like he made like the surrounding parts of udon like bloom with like flowers and forest. Now it's all vibrant and not just like a desert. And his name is Ryokyugyu. They call him Green Bull, but it says Ryokyugyu Aramaki. I'm pretty sure Aramaki is his first name and then Ryokyu is his last name. So we finally get his actual name, and he is Super Omega Akainu fanboy. He's talking to the Marines, I'm assuming, on a Denden Mushi, the transponder snail, and he's like, don't you dare squeeze to Sakazuki, got it? Send me a battleship. And then he's just like, I love that guy's cut no corners attitude. I want to hear him say, you did good when I bring him this kid's head. And he has the wanted poster of Monkey D. Luffy. So I'm assuming that while everybody's celebrating the next chapter, he is going to go over there and try to capture him, and it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. But we're in a whole month hiatus, man, a whole month. And then we finally see why the people were saying that a great warrior named Joy Boy took down Kaido. We get a little flashback showing Yamato carrying Luffy, and then Luffy talking to Momonosuke, and he says, don't tell Wano about me. And then he says, but why not? And then Luffy responds with, cause then I'll be a hero. So I'm assuming that Momonosuke or someone was going around telling the people that Joy Boy had been the one who defeated Kaido, because Zunisha told Momonosuke that Joy Boy has returned. So that's probably what he led with, and that's how he told and spread the info that Joy Boy was the warrior who defeated Kaido, because Luffy didn't want to be seen as a hero. Just pretty cool. But now people will learn, people will know that Joy Boy lurks in the world. I mean, especially with that wanted poster. So yeah, very, very interesting there. And then we see Captain Kido. He shows up and he's like, Mugiwara, if I get rid of you now, he goes for the killing blow for Luffy. And then Luffy, just partying around, just wraps his arm, he stretches it and wraps it around his head, and you see Kid's angry face. Pretty interesting, because it's confirmed there's new emperors out here, so he went to go attack Luffy. I hope Oda just never turns Kid against Luffy. I hope Kid just always stays friends with Luffy and Law, because I don't know, he was tired of alliances because he kept getting betrayed, but I hope that he still remains friends with Law and Luffy and never actually goes after them and attacks them. And then Kid smacks Luffy away, and he says, just look at this, I came here to eliminate you. And he's like, I've got no idea what happened in the outside world, but... And then he shows them a picture of the 4 new emperors. And the 4 new Yonko, the 4 new emperors are Marshall D. Teach, aka Blackbeard, Shanks, good old Shanks, Monkey D. Luffy, and Buggy the clown, Buggy the genius jester. Like, what? What is happening? What did Buggy do when he was being chased off? Like, what has been happening in the outside world? People on the internet, on Reddit, Twitter, everything were memeing. Imagine if Buggy was a new Yonko, the new emperor. And well, team, here we got it. Buggy is indeed a new emperor with Monkey D. Luffy. Straw Hat Luffy is just like, like, what? Buggy? I can't wait to see what he did or what happened or what his crew did, because that's crazy that it's not Law or Kid. It's Buggy, Shanks, Blackbeard, and Luffy, the 4 new emperors. And then in the final page of the chapter, we see your boy Ryokyugyu Aramaki, aka Green Bull, heading towards the flower capital, saying, well, the Navy ain't in any mood to celebrate you brats. The world is one unholy mess right now. And now we gotta wait a whole month for July 24th for the One Piece chapter 1054 to drop. That is it. Ah, man, I can't believe we have to wait a whole month for the new chapter. We have to wait for July 24th for 1054. It's gonna be a crazy month of crazy speculation going on in the internet. But this was a good chapter. We got some funny information of Buggy being a new emperor and Luffy also being a new emperor. And then we see what Green Bull does and how he's just annihilating and sucking souls out of everybody. A very good chapter. Very good chapter. Well, my friends, we have a whole month to speculate of what's going to go on. In the meantime, we will get some information about the road to Laugh Tale, the final saga. And then we got the movie One Piece Film Red. I'm definitely gonna go see that when it finally comes to a movie theater near you and me. So for now, we will have to wait and see what 1 month of One Piece does to the internet, and when the One Piece chapter 1054 finally drops on July 24. It's gonna be a long one, friends. It's gonna be definitely a super long month ahead of us. So join me in my next video, so let's hop on this cosmic cloud and let's journey into infinity and see what awaits us next in the world of One Piece.